Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here. Me and Bradley and all the critters. Right, Nixie Ann? Nixie. Oh, Nixie Poo-Poo.
At least you got a tail waggle.
Yep. It is April 1st, 2019. It is Monday afternoon at 1:54 p.m. And, Mr. Heidi, what is the weather like today?
The weather in Crawfordville, Florida is currently 53 degrees, a slight drizzle, a high today of 58, a low of 51, and a 60% chance of rain tonight. Humidity 92%, dew point 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and the wind is out of the east at 7 mph. Back to the news desk, Teresa.
Okay, Bradley. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
We've been all over the place today. But I know I haven't made a video in a couple of days. Saturday I was busy doing laundry, and then Sunday, you know, we take off. Is your leg doing that?
Yeah.
Does it always do that? Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. He was jiggling his leg, and I was trying to see if that was just like a tremor or something, and he said no, he was doing that on purpose. He's in a lot of pain today. Mr. Heidi is. So we have him wired with the TENS unit, and he has one of his gabapentin. Well, he has a couple of them, and a goodie powder. That'll all start to take effect, and then in a half hour, I'll probably slap some muscle rub on him and
then
send him to bed. Because he needs it. He needs to be put down. No, he's in a lot of pain today. In fact, he said he couldn't remember the last time he was in this much pain. So we need to do what we can do to alleviate it. And we're getting it handled, right, honey?
Yes, we are.
We, I forgot, what did we do yesterday? Basically nothing, really.
Not a whole lot, no.
We went and we sat outside with the dogs first thing in the morning yesterday, and that was really nice, because the dogs now have gotten used to whenever I get up, they want to be, I think you could tell, they want outside, and they want me out there with them. So I asked Brad if he could grab me some coffee and come on outside, and we sat outside, and it was cooler out, so the dogs wanted to be out longer, and it was nice.
Yes,
they grazed and all that fun stuff. So we just kind of sat and chit-chatted, and then we just kind of took it easy the rest of the day. We watched the movie The Highwaymen with Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson, and that was pretty good. It was about a true story, and it had to do with Bonnie and Clyde. So I'm not going to say anything more than that, but it's on Netflix if you get a chance to watch it. There was another great movie I watched last week that was really good called The Same Difference as You. And if you guys get a chance, it was a fantastic movie. I mean, I was riveted to it. And I hadn't watched such a good movie in a long time, so it was really nice. Another great and that was on Netflix also. A program, a TV show I really enjoyed is on Netflix. It's called The Animal Airport. And it's about the different animals, you know, the domestic dogs and cats, and then exotic animals and stuff that come through the airport that they have to take care of at this place called the Ark and stuff. And it was really neat. It was really neat. Brad even sat and watched quite a few episodes. I think there were 13 episodes.
Oh, and I saw online that they've done 3 seasons of that.
Oh, they just haven't put it up yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because there's only one season, and we were kind of disappointed because we were really enjoying it, you know. I think she wants out. But today we've had a really great day. Brad had an appointment bright and early to get the Jeep in. You guys know that the blower hasn't worked on anything but just the defrost, you know, with the window for what, 3 months or so.
Something like that.
And the dog is grooming Brad. Can I show? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. See? Nixie is having her way with Brad. She loves her daddy. Is that your daddy, Nixie?
Oh. Oh.
So, your face clean now.
Oh, man.
No. You're doing an outlet for a treat, aren't you? No. Because we usually give her one when we get home. Boy, you just got it dialed in, don't you, dog? But anyway, we were very pleasantly surprised. Brad took the Jeep in today. We were ready for, pretty hefty bill. Like about $400. And it ended up costing us $22. It was just the what?
It was
the vacuum hose?
Vacuum hose. And they blew out all the vents and replaced the hose, and it cost us a whole $22.
Yeah, I don't even think they charged us labor. So, they are fantastic. It's Crawfordville Auto. And if it's like, I know my friend Becky watches and stuff. You guys ever need to take your vehicle anywhere, they are fantastic.
Yeah, definitely highly recommend them.
Yeah. And they actually stand behind their work. Mm-hmm. So we were pleasantly surprised. So then Brad brought home breakfast, which was a big surprise too. That was so nice of him. And then we decided, we sat around and talked. We found a home for the hats. You can look on your phone too. I know you took a picture.
Oh, here it is.
Okay. In New Hampshire, Brad called. It is how do you say that? Nashua?
Nashua. Yeah.
Nashua. Yeah. Nashua Soup Kitchen and Shelter. And in Nashua, New Hampshire. And that's where the hats will be going. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome. Brad will mail those tomorrow. He's going to write his letter, and he always includes people that have donated. So, Rebecca and Jennifer, your names will be on that in that newsletter and stuff. I'm excited. I'm always excited to get those mailed out. Then we decided I was wanting to, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to afford to or not. We're waiting on to see how much it was going to cost with the Jeep to get bedding plants. I have 4 topsy-turvy planters. Those are the ones that you hang in the tomatoes that come out the bottom. And I was able to get tomato plants. And we got some cool variety ones. We're weirdo types that want to get. There's one that was striped, and I think I got like black cherry tomatoes, and what we got some cool,
there was some
different ones. When I plant them, I'll have to pull the tab so I can show you. I got some bell peppers. I got some big ones, and I got some littler ones, honey.
Oh, cool.
The lunchbox. So I got like the red, the orange, the yellow.
Very cool.
Those are the ones we typically really like, are the bell peppers. Mm-hmm. And I got one chocolate mint. I love mint. Those, Brad. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you a story about that here at the end. Remind me, hon. Okay. Tell them the mint story about when we lived on Lennox.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. I really love the smell of the chocolate mint. I love the lemon mint, the pineapple, but they only had the chocolate. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for different mints. I'm looking for some hens and chicks. I'm looking for lemon balm. What's it? Lemongrass?
Lemongrass.
So those seeds and stuff. So, keep an eye out for me if you guys will. And then we got flowers. We got some marigolds, of course. I always like to plant, and I will plant some marigolds nearby the tomato plants and the pepper plant because it attracts the bees. And then they come and they pollinate vegetable, your plants. So I always do that. And then we got some petunias. We got some gorgeous purple ones, and then we got some light pink ones, and then we got some moss roses. We both absolutely are insane about our love for moss roses, and that I'm going to keep maybe 2 of the plants inside and grow year round. And then we used to call them coxcombs in Wyoming, and they look like the feathers, and that's what the flower is. It just looks like the feathers coming up, kind of like a cone shape. And I've seen them in all different colors. They only had them in yellow, but we got some of those. And so I'm excited about that. We did get some planters. I wanted some of the long, skinny planters to put on the railing. I only had 2, so I got just some normal brown blue planters to do down the front steps. Because, see, we don't use our front door. So that's, if somebody comes knocking on our front door, we know it's not either of us because we don't use the front. We always use the back door. That's where we park and stuff. So, is she wanting out? I know Charlie does. Yeah. And so we got that and soil. And then I wanted to show you guys these. If you guys are looking, these are $2.50 right now. These are solar powered, and this is where the color changes. The antenna part here and stuff, the colors change. And I got these kind of in memory of Brad's grandmother, too. So I picked out the blue, and Brad picked out this one. But yeah, for $2.50, and I've seen these like $10 each. So they had these. And then, y'all, yarn. Let's talk yarn. I'm so excited. So I scored on some yarn, both at the thrift store, and I'll show you that. But first, at Walmart, $2 for the Mandala Yarn, and it's usually $5. I got 8. They're all different. So there's this one. Some are woolies, and some are just the acrylic. And this is the acrylic. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so there's that one. This is the wool one. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, for $2, you can't beat this.
No.
I was so excited. This is another wool one. How pretty that is. Yeah. I bought all that they had there, which was 8. So this is another wool one. Right there. Pretty. There's this one. That's wool also. I think a couple are acrylic and a couple were, the rest were all wool. This is acrylic. So there's that. Didn't have a label on it. That's okay. We not discriminate. You don't have to be labeled. And there's this one. So let's better show you the bottom. Yeah. So there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing one. I'm missing one.
Come on, Charles.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What?
Did you get the 2 up in the basket?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where the other one might be.
I'll look for it here in a little bit, sweetie.
Okay. I thought there were 8. Oh, here it is. I found it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, this is a regular acrylic, too. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, so you can't beat that. I mean, I'm thrilled. Then I'll finish showing you what I got at Walmart. Just a couple little things. I'm not gonna show you my light bulbs. Okay, I will, but they're not anything fantastic. Okay, they're just light bulbs because my lamp here takes the small base
Come on, Nix.
lamp stuff. Brad got his Big Mac pumpkin seeds. Because we're doing that, and then we're also doing cucumbers. And we're doing watermelon and cantaloupe.
Well, I was so disappointed last year because, you know, the pumpkins and the watermelon were coming up so good, and then they all died.
I'm wondering if the mold killed them.
Yeah, or there's something in the soil over
Yeah. So then I'm just going to show you. Brad got some hardware stuff. You don't see that. I did get 5 things of wax melts. This is the pina colada, which I really love. I've had that before. I haven't had this before, but it smells really good. It is the... God. This is the cotton candy. I love cotton candy. Anything. I do. And so I got 2 of those. Brad picked up the strawberry mimosa. And then I got one of the coconut lime, which we really like. So that's all for Walmart. Show you guys. I bought a little bit of material while they were flat sheets. They're at the thrift store. Brad got a couple ties for job interviews and such. He didn't have any ties. He left them all behind. So he got a good solid red one, and then it's a black with striped browns. So Brad got this. Never been used. He likes to put pills in it and such. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna want to put other stuff in it. But it was $1. You guys know these are, can be kind of pricey. I got this fabric because I need to do some. I'm doing some sewing, and it's got this decorative edge, which I really liked, which I can use. And then I got this. I just needed some kind of a flat sheet, and that's what this is. It's just a nice flat sheet in a dark blue for doing some alterations for myself. Then I got yarn at the thrift store. They sold me this big bag of yarn for $4. So let's go through what I got here. I got this is just some variegated, baby colors, the standard pink, blue, and white. This is an entire new skein of Red Heart, the yellow. Yeah, and this is a 7-ounce skein. Never been used. You okay, hon?
Yep.
This is some super, super fine. I mean, wow. It's just like thread.
Huh. What do you do with something like that?
I will incorporate it with another yarn.
Okay.
So it'll just be what I call like a runner behind her. It'll just be one little, yeah. And then here's some light blue also. And this is some wool. It's just kind of a neat gray, molted gray. And the same kind in a brown. And in a lighter brown. And then this is mostly a full skein of a Red Heart, like a sage green. And this is just all loose and combobbled variegated grays. Here is a nice ball of the brighter yellow. Like I said, I always get so excited. It's like a scavenger hunt. And then somebody was making something. This is the Red Heart Love Metallic, which we all know that's not cheap at all. And look at that sparkle there.
That's cool.
And somebody was making something. So, looked like maybe they were making a sweater panel. It was coming out nice. But for whatever reason, maybe that person passed away or lost interest or, whatever happened to them. So, I'll just unwind it and use it. Unravel it and use it. So, but yeah, that's my yarn. And the gal was super nice. Of course, Brad told her the story behind because she wanted to know, well, what do you do with all that yarn? And, so well, Brad was telling her.
I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of the Hats for 50 States project.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I like people to know what you're doing. I'm
with the help of friends.
Oh. Yeah, with the help of friends.
Yeah, I mean, with the help of you that have donated yarn, whether it was 2 years ago or a year ago, and those of you that have donated hat, whether it was one time or repeated, it all makes a difference. Each, piece of yarn, even, each skein of yarn, because like I said, a little piece like this, you'll see this is tied together. I'll use this. I use it because, I'm just that way. I don't waste yarn at all. Like I said, I'm not as opposed to taking and unraveling, a piece like that, that I got.
Well, didn't you?
I just want people to know that they're not forgotten. These people that we're giving these hats to are going through some of the hardest stuff that you can go through in life. And I want them to know that we don't think they're just a piece of crap. That they matter. They still matter. You may feel like nobody in the world cares, but you still matter, And, many of us have fallen on hard times, or known people that have fallen on hard times. And, that little, being able to pick out a hat that you like. I always envisioned that maybe they would that maybe they're in a soup kitchen, or maybe they're in a shelter, and maybe the hats are kind of on a table or something, and they're able to pick out one. And they think somebody sat there and took the time to make this, and then they were sent here because people do care. And so I'm really proud of what we've all done. Yeah, it was my idea, my concept, and I never dreamed that I would get donations of yarn and donations of hats and scarves and everything else, and I just want to thank everybody.
Well, and I just, I'm so proud of you, because I know there's been some times where you're just, you get a little burned out or a little bit, whatever, and but you still see it through.
Yeah. There have been a few times where maybe, I didn't want to work on it that much and stuff, and thankfully those months that I've had enough donations that maybe, I know there was one month that I maybe only contributed maybe 6 hats, but I had enough donations from people that we were able to see it through.
Yeah.
And but it's become such a part of my life that every night, Brad knows, that's kind of like my comfort thing at night. No matter what's gone in the day, I have to sit there and at least loom a little bit. Because otherwise, I mean, it's kind of like, maybe that bedtime routine or that nightly routine you do that kind of is that soothing thing no matter what's gone crazy in your life. That's what the hats have done. And I love making hats. I don't know why. I love making hats.
Well, we were guessing you've made probably over 500 hats.
Oh, probably. Probably. Because right now I'm doing really well, between the donations and what I have made extra and stuff like that. We were able to do a full 30 for New Hampshire, and I know we'll be able to do that for South Dakota already. So, I mean, don't be afraid. If you want to donate and you say, hey, this is probably just a one-time donation, that's great. Or if you want to say, hey, I'll just donate when I can, that's great too. There's no obligation. It's supposed to be a fun thing, you know. Or maybe you have a shelter in your area. You know, do that. Because, you know, I'd love to see it kind of get when I know there's a lot of different organizations and crafters that are doing this too. But, you know, the more the merrier. Donate to, if you're in a cold weather state, donate to your schools.
Yep.
You know, I know now it's getting to be spring and stuff, but maybe you want to start saving up for next year because, you know, them little kids, they lose those hats. I used to donate. I did a couple donations before to the school my grandkids went to, which is the same school my kids went to, the same school I went to. Now they shut it down this year. That was sad to see.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they shut Willard down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
This beginning of this school year, it was no longer. Last year was the last year that it was.
I did not know
You
that.
know, but because the little kids lose their hats, and you know then they get a cold, and you know, yeah. So, because I know from my own experience, like my grandson would lose his hat like a lot. And I know when I was a kid, I would lose not so much my hats, I would lose my gloves, my mittens and stuff a lot. So anyway, I just want to thank everybody again because, you know, now you're really kind of reflective on it because this state that we're starting now is South Dakota. And it is state 25, which really means a lot to me because that means we're halfway, guys. We're halfway. That's something else. Halfway, you know.
Incredible.
I always thought, you know, when you got halfway, that's, you know, that's something, you know. So I really enjoyed it. I do enjoy it. I love making hats. I don't know why. But, you know, sometimes it's just something that you love doing. And I know some people love making scarves or love making cowls or, you know, and stuff. And, but yeah, I just love making hats. So, what else? We're just taking it easy today. Is your medicine starting to hit a little bit, honey? I can tell you're not wincing there much. That poor man. Okay, let me tell you. I knew my husband was in some pain. Of course, you know, normally he is, like millions of other people. We don't think he's special. Well, he's special to me, but, you know, we don't think we're special because we've got some pain issues. But we didn't really say too much. We went to, first we did go to the thrift store. And then we went to Walmart. And when we finally got done with Walmart, he says he couldn't remember when he'd been in so much pain. And I could tell by the way he was walking and stuff, you know. And no, we didn't walk all of Walmart or anything. Well, I was riding a cart, but we didn't walk all of Walmart. I went and I looked at the wax melts. I got the light bulb. I went to the craft section, went right to where I know that they keep the markdown yarn, which in our Walmart in the craft section happens to be where they keep like the kids' crafts and the styrofoam and stuff. So you might want to look around in your local craft section that normally has got a markdown area. If not, maybe just ask somebody that works in a craft department. And then we went over to the garden center. But he knew it was important that I got out of the house. He knows that I live every year. Well, now it's twice a year, but I live to plant because I love to play in the dirt so much. I really do. He'll tell you, I get out there and I got the biggest grin on my face because I'm out there in the dirt and the plants, and you smell the earthy goodness of the soil and then the plants, and it's just, oh. So he never said a word until we were all done, you know. And then I'm like, what about lunch? So we decided to get Subway, you know. And because then I could just do it on my phone. We could just go to the drive-thru and pick it up, you know. But I really, really thank you for that, because, you know. And so then he gets home and I slap the TENS unit on him and I make him sit and I get him something to drink and I start handing him drugs.
Well,
all not illegal.
And I know if I don't sit, you're going to smack me on the nose with a
I
roll of
will.
newspaper.
I will, you know. So, I can tell you guys a quick story and I'll let you guys go about the mint. Okay. We had some wonderful flower beds. We had our first house. And we got it just shortly before we were married. And it had these wonderful flower beds, which I then really, really worked and really brought up spectacular. And in those, I had put some mint in one flower bed that was right under our bedroom window. And this mint would grow like crazy. You know, it would get the morning sun, but then it had the shade and in the afternoon and stuff. So, I mean, it's just as happy as can be. You know, and I would like water twice a day. And it would get so tall that then I would take a weed whacker and I would just mow it down. Well, then, you know, we had the window open. We didn't have any AC or anything. And, you know, the evenings are very cool in Wyoming. And you could get that wonderful breeze of the fresh cut mint at night wafting in as you're sleeping. And it's, you know, Brad always remembers that.
Yep.
You know, like I said, I love all different. I love the lemon mint, the regular mint, pineapple mint is awesome. The chocolate mint is cool. So, do you have anything else to say, honey?
Mm-mm.
Start to get a little sleepy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's wrong?
Oh, I just arching my back a little bit.
Okay.
Somebody.
Can I show her?
Yep.
Look at this thing. Nixie, what are you doing? Are you on your daddy? Are you on your daddy, Nixie? Did you miss your daddy? Did you miss your daddy, Nixie? Is that your daddy? I know. I know. That's your daddy. And then, if you see over here, don't look, because we have not picked up, and we just got home. But if you see, can you see?
Oh, she just bailed.
She just bailed. Shady Cat just bailed. She was laying right there with Charlie. Right, Charlie? Charlie, you going to pick up your blanket? Oh, now you're leaving, huh? Are you leaving? What are you doing? What? What? I love you, too. What are you doing, Charlie? What are you doing? What are you doing? I love you, too. I love you, too. Yeah, you're a good boy. Hey, let me say goodbye to these people, okay? Okay? What? Are you talking? That's rude. Oh. Daddy have a squirt bottle, Charlie? Oh, I know. It's so shady. I know. My daddy was going to squirt you. Okay. I love you guys. Yeah, this is our house. I love you guys. And I do cherish your friendship very much. And I think you guys are awesome. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.